Hello, I'm Dr. Matt Januszewski. I'm a veterinarian, and this is our dog Zuma, whom today we woke up and she was lame on her left hind limb. And in palpating her and giving her a good conventional physical exam, her knee was very uncomfortable. So we think she ruptured her ACL. And so we decided, or at least partially ruptured her ACL. And so we're trying to utilize some natural modalities to try to help stimulate her body's innate ability to heal. And so we started with chiropractic, and her lumbar vertebrae and her pelvis were out of alignment, so we've already adjusted her spine. And what I find in practice is that if they maintain good alignment, then their body is much more receptive of the acupuncture needles. So we always start with a chiropractic adjustment, and then we went into placing needles at specific locations along her 14 meridian channels to help her body relieve any stagnation that we feel may be present. And so we have really worked a lot on her liver and gallbladder meridians. In Chinese medicine, anything that's connective tissue related is usually an indication that there's a weakness or stagnation in the liver and gallbladder meridians. In Chinese medicine, there's 14 meridians in the body, and every major organ system has a representative meridian. And so what we've started with is we have governing vessel, which is a calming point along right behind the skull. And we also have governing vessel 14 and byway. These 2 points run along the governing vessel, along the dorsal aspect of the spine, and that helps draw energy down the spine. We have the bladder meridian, which runs just lateral to the lumbar spine, and we have bladder 18, which is your liver point, and bladder 19, which is our gallbladder point, and we have bladder 23, which is a master point for the spine. We've also incorporated some local points where her knee is uncomfortable. We have stomach 35B and stomach 35A. And then we have gallbladder 34, which is right in front of her fibula bone. And that's the master point for tendons and ligaments. We've used bladder 40, you can't really see that point, but that's right behind the stifle, right behind the knee. And that's the master point for hind limb strength. And then we also added liver 3, which is right between your second and third metacarpal bone. And that is a really good point for managing pain. We have that on both sides of her back end. Up front here, we've got large intestine 4, which is a really good point for pain. In people, that point is right between your thumb and your index finger. So if you have a migraine, that's a really good one. And then we also have large intestine 11. Honey, no chewing on the needles. She just got that one out. And so we have large intestine 11, which is a good balancing point for the body, and also supportive of the immune system. So we're also going to incorporate some whole food nutrition. She's fed a raw-based diet already, but we're going to probably add in some foods that can help with her connective tissues like bone broth and chicken feet. And we're adding Ligaplex 1, which is a formula from Standard Process that helps provide extra nutrients for connective tissue health. It's made up of ground veal bone and cow trachea. And then we'll probably also incorporate some Chinese herbals. The acupuncture points help open up the meridian channels. The Chinese herbals, each root extract has an affinity for a specific meridian in the body. And so the Chinese herbals will really help complement the acupuncture, because once the herbals start becoming absorbed, then what we find, we do not need to do the acupuncture treatments as frequent. We let the herbals kind of take over. We'll probably also incorporate some cold laser therapy to help manage more inflammation and pain in the knee. So we're hoping that after about 6 to 8 weeks of treatments, we'll do once a week for a couple of weeks, every other week for a few weeks, that we should, with the nutrition and the chiropractic, start seeing Zuma become more active, less lame, and hopefully we can avoid surgery in the future. So that's what we're doing this morning. So good luck to you guys, and enjoy learning about all these different modalities that we have to complement complementary medicine.